Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
I'm Gaynor.
Alright, incredible moments caught on camera. I do like things like this where it's you see some of the most fascinating stuff. I'm big in at the moment looking at photography for different things.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm watching they do like the Time magazines, like best photograph of the year and all that kind of stuff. And I've gone back in a few of them, watched some of the photographs people take. Some amazing photographers out there.
There's some really good ones with animals.
Yeah, I know. Some people capture some great stuff. Yeah. But these are incredible moments caught on camera. I'm guessing these are more like video cameras though.
Yeah, from security
CCTVs
cameras.
or ring doorbells, and the more people are getting, like I've said it before, ring doorbells and things like that, you get more people are getting a camera with your phone, and all that kind of stuff, so it's more accessible. Yeah. But let's get into it. 12 incredible moments caught on camera.
From an up-close tornado that tore through a home in Nash County, North Carolina, and a daring deputy in Florida who jumped onto a runaway boat at 40 miles per hour, to a tunnel explosion that sent a powerful shockwave racing toward the cameraman, and the terrifying moment a research plane flies directly into a fierce tropical cyclone. Here are some of the summer's most incredible moments caught on camera. Mount Pacaya is an active complex volcano in southern Guatemala. In fact, it's among the most active volcanoes in the country. You can see Pacaya blowing its lid from certain vantage points in Guatemala City, which is about 30 miles away. But some people would rather get a little closer. On April 8th of 2023, a tourist and his friends hiked up a mountain near the volcano. As one of Guatemala's most active volcanoes, there was a good chance they'd see it erupt. Nobody thought they'd time it this perfectly.
6, 5, 4.
No way.
3, 2, 1. Nothing.
I thought we were closer than that, but they're still distance away, aren't they?
Yeah. Imagine if he did it as soon as he said what.
Yeah. Freaking out over something awesome. We'll count the word nothing as 0, so his countdown was borderline perfect. Had he started from 8, he would have hit it on the head. Now this was obviously dumb luck, but is there a way to time a volcanic eruption down to the second? According to the Smithsonian, no, there's not. Even with all the fancy tech, scientists can only predict an eruption a few days before. After that, it's up to the mountain. Pacaya had been rather dormant up until 1961. She's been erupting pretty frequently ever since. Thankfully, most of them are strombolian eruptions, or weak explosions with intermittent lava flow. As long as you're standing a safe distance away, it won't hurt you.
Editing.
Nash County, North Carolina sits 50 miles east of Raleigh. It's a community of around 95,000 people across one major city and 11 small towns. One of those towns, a place called Dorches, made headlines when it got struck by a freak tornado. Claude Brewer was standing on his porch when the 600-yard EF3 twister formed near I-95. But instead of...
When we were asking the other day about what's the strong tornadoes, EF1, EF2, and we wasn't sure if one was the strongest or 5. A few people in the comments said it was 5's the strongest.
I said 5.
But I think someone else said there's actually a 6.
Oh, really?
But it's never happened.
No.
I don't know how true that is, but it's if it's never happened, it's 5's the strongest it's happened, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hunkering in the basement, Claude grabbed his camera and began recording. He captured the moment the tornado almost swept his house away.
I think it's pretty brave to still stand there and record it. I think I'll be in the basement somewhere.
Much of the debris flying across Claude's yard came from his neighbor's house. He ran over to make sure that they were okay once the storm finally passed. When he got there, he found them digging themselves out from under the collapsed roof. According to the National Weather Service,
debris.
the tornado had estimated peak wind speeds of 150 miles per hour. In fact, it was the first ever EF3 tornado recorded in North Carolina in July. It was strong enough to cause severe damage to a 1.4 million square foot Pfizer pharmaceutical plant in Nash County. Sheriff Keith Stone said the wind tossed 50,000 pallets of medicine around the building. The problem is, the plant produces anesthesia and about 25% of all sterile injectable medications used in U.S. hospitals.
Shortage then, that one week.
Gas flaring is the practice of burning off the gas that comes out of the ground while drilling for oil. They look like giant flamethrowers sticking out of the ground. If you saw one, you might think something was horribly wrong, but it's actually a safety concern. According to the World Bank, gas flaring helps operators depressurize their equipment and manage unpredictable situations by burning excess gas. Now, while there are safe, OSHA-approved ways to light a gas pipe, some workers prefer to think outside the box. Take this worker, who used a literal flare to ignite the gas.
No. What? That's a professional.
There are about 10,000 gas flares alight at any given time. They're most common in the United States
That was
or
quite
in
cool,
the Middle
yeah.
East. The amount of natural gas burned in 2021 could have been enough to power all of sub-Saharan Africa. That's about 144 billion cubic meters of gas. Another daredevil at an oil field in Indonesia decided to kick things up a notch. Instead of lighting the flares normally, he shot them with a firework.
Done this before, hasn't he?
Yeah. According to the EPA, flares are normally lit with pilot flames, the same way you'd light your gas stove. A tiny spark provides the ignition source, and the underground gas does the rest.
So as it takes the spark, innit, I guess. That's cool, that.
Yeah.
Every spring, people across Thailand and Laos gather to celebrate the annual Rocket Festival. It's meant to honor Phaya Ten, the Buddhist god of rainmaking. That's why they host it before the rainy season. It's a way for villagers and farmers to pray for rain and a bountiful harvest. It's also a chance for local pyros to show off the rockets they've worked on all year. The 2020...
Looks well safe.
I know, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Well, we've been to Thailand and we've seen a lot of stuff. You think, oh my god.
23 Rocket Fest was in full swing by May 21st. A crowd gathered to watch a unique rocket that required a few extra hands to light. Instead of a straight tube, this disc-shaped rocket was designed to spin on its way up. Things got risky when people had to manually turn the lit rocket. Thankfully, it all paid off in the end.
หมุนวิ่งเลยนะครับเข้าบังเกอร์เลยนะครับวิ่งเราจะไม่ประมาทนะครับหมุนแล้วนะครับจุดติดแล้วครับเข้าบังเกอร์ขณะนี้
Spinning fast now.
Yeah. I hope no one's got the washing out.
หมุนแล้วครับเข้าบังเกอร์ด้วยนะครับวิ่งเข้าบังเกอร์ด้วย
Look at that.
ประมาทนะครับอย่าประมาทขึ้นแล้วครับ
Wow.
Where's that going to land?
That's sick, though.
Hey,
The Helix rocket flew 1,000 feet into the air before it fell.
Thankfully, it was rigged with a parachute and made a safe landing. Other rockets allegedly reached plane cruising altitudes of 35,000 feet. From a religious
That can't be
perspective,
safe,
locals
then.
No.
believed the rockets helped stimulate impending monsoon downpours once they reach the clouds. The rainy season can last from May until October or November. Local groups hope these creative rockets will inspire the younger generation and help keep the Rocket Fest tradition going.
So I know in Abu Dhabi they used to pepper the clouds.
Yeah.
What do they actually do?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how to do the cloud peppering.
But they
Yeah.
spray something into the clouds to force it to
There's
rain.
something that generates like clouds to I guess generate moisture of some sort
Yeah.
that causes it to
So-
rain.
Yeah, because it was so
Yeah.
humid.
La Palma Island is a tropical paradise off the coast of northwestern Africa. It's part of the Canary Islands, an autonomous community under Spain's control. If you zoom in on a map, La Palma is the one shaped like a shark's tooth. Like the other Canaries, La Palma is one big volcanic island. While most roads wind around the mountains, one highway cuts underneath. The LP3 carries you east to west across the island. What makes this drive special is how the weather changes as you cross from one side to the other.
Blue sunshine on the other. Blue skies, I should say.
How is that even possible? It was gray and gloomy on one side, but sunny and tropical on the other. Here's how it works. The east side of the tunnel is about 3,000 feet above sea level. The west side is only 2,300 feet. Clouds gather near the higher east side, making it cold and gloomy. But as you descend onto the west side, you get hit with nothing but sun. The mountain's east side is also influenced by trade winds off the Atlantic Ocean. According to one commenter, it could rain in your neighbor's yard, but be perfectly sunny in yours.
That's also quite cool.
I suppose.
That's what happened on our balcony.
Yeah, Tenerife is a little bit like that as well.
Yeah.
So certain parts of Tenerife, I think in the northern part, on the other side of the mountain, is a little bit colder. The climate's not as good as what it is on the southern part and the western part.
I did know that, to be fair, about Tenerife. How some like it's so small as well.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Sound waves are invisible to the naked eye. The only way to see sound is to make those sound waves pass through something we can detect, like lasers, water, or tiny particles. It's much easier to see in tight spaces where the sound waves can't penetrate thick walls like concrete. Recently, some workers in an underground tunnel tested this theory. Their sound of choice? High explosives.
It's mad.
You actually see the sound.
Now you might be thinking, that's a shockwave, not a sound wave. Now while that is true, they work the same way. Shockwaves are transparent unless they pass through something you can see. So, in the case of this video, the shockwaves passed through all the tiny particles in the air. That's why we can see them. Something similar happened in Italy earlier this year. Only this time, they used a bigger boom. Now, while it is fun to think that you can actually see the shockwave, science says otherwise.
Scientists and engineers are all nuts, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are. Some of the stuff they do is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that.
Johnstown Township is a small community in Barry County, Michigan. On the 4th of July, some locals gathered by a lake for a backyard fireworks show. Little did they know, they were about to see one of the most rare fireworks money can buy.
Yeah, he needs a torch for sure. Holy shiz noisies. Oh, those are so cool. Wait for it. Oh, that's
What? I thought all the fish were gonna die or something.
Yeah.
what? No way!
That was pretty cool, that.
At first, it seems like something went wrong. But then the fireworks shoot out of the water and into the sky. It's an incredible sight, and something we're betting you've never seen.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Water fireworks, also known as water cakes, work differently than regular fireworks. Instead of shooting them straight into the sky, you shoot them at an angle over a body of water. The secondary fuse is delayed enough to let the fireworks land in the water. Then they shoot up vertically like a normal 4th of July celebration. If you want to get your hands on one, you better look hard, as these are typically only sold to professionals. Maybe you'll get lucky and have a cool neighbor like these people.
That's mint, that, isn't it? Do you know what I also noticed there as well?
What?
It was called Barry County. I'm sure he's the name of the sheriff as well, isn't he? You know that sheriff in there is called Barry, and I'm Barry County.
It's my county.
I'm the sheriff of this town.
Pinellas County is a coastal community on the west coast of Florida. About 1 million people live in the area, which is part of the Tampa-St. Petersburg metro area. As you can imagine, many of them own boats and enjoy spending time in the Gulf. As it turns out, one of those boats has a mind of its own. On July 30th of 2023, a local boater was out on the water when he accidentally fell off. A good Samaritan pulled him out of the water, but now they had a bigger problem. His boat was driving itself and was speeding away at 40 miles per hour. That's when Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies Constant and Fernandez arrived to save the day.
How's it still going?
It's just
You just
drive.
lever, innit?
Lever.
Yeah. It's locked. Big whale stood behind it going, hey, what's up?
That's pretty sick, to be fair.
Yeah.
That could have been bad.
Could have, yeah.
Our resident stuntman is Deputy Fernandez. He prepared to jump while Deputy Constant matched the boat's speed. One slip and Fernandez could have slammed into the Gulf of Mexico at 40 miles per hour. Thankfully, he executed a perfect jump.
You see the city in the background as well. Imagine it just kept going.
Yeah, plowed into the harbour.
Yeah,
Coast Guard had tried to stop the boat with a propeller fowler, or prop fowler for short. It's a device meant to get tangled in a boat's propeller and shut it down. When that failed, they called upon the Sheriff's Marine and Environmental Lands Unit. The Sheriff's Office released the body cam footage, urging boaters to always have their kill switch lanyard connected. That way, if you fall off your boat, it won't run away on its own. They also wanted to prove that Deputy Fernandez does his own stunts. The words New Jersey and hurricane don't usually go together. However, those living on the East Coast have to keep them in mind. New Jersey's barrier islands include places like Ocean City and Atlantic City. Down near the southern tip is a small borough called Avalon. All of these places are vulnerable to hurricanes, and when they hit, they can do plenty of damage. A recent hurricane that hit the state brought with it 75-mile-per-hour winds and heavy flooding as it impacted the Avalon area. It damaged homes and property and nearly erased this local marina. One boater stayed behind to film the moment the entire thing gave way.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Jesus.
There's always one.
Messy.
Ultimately, the waves broke the dock, not just the wind. The Avalon Marine Center was a popular place to store and rent boats. Several owners had to wait until the storm passed to learn what happened to their precious vessels. This hurricane left 1.3 million people without power after passing through New Jersey. Some had to wait over a week for crews to fix the lines. It didn't help that several tornadoes spawned in the area, only adding to the chaos.
Mother Nature. Mad.
Stowe, Ohio is a small city in Summit County. It's home to about 34,000 people with plenty of community parks to enjoy. Recently, a father and son were spending time by the lake when they saw something approaching them. It looked like a large animal or fish swimming in the water, but when the wind picked up, they realized what it actually was.
Tornado.
Like, I would say maybe that's a vortex, but like...
Is that like a water spout?
Water spout, yeah.
I don't know.
Like coming right at us? Oh, we gotta get some. Whoa.
Waterspouts are tornadoes that form over water. If a tornado forms on land and moves onto water, it becomes a waterspout. This waterspout was obviously just a dust devil that formed over the lake. You can hear the wind whipping past the camera as it blows by them.
Cool to see.
I don't know if it should have been number 3 though.
The 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron is a one-of-a-kind operation. This brave group of men and
Yeah,
women
these guys are
is a part
bonkers.
of the 403rd Wing at Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. They're the only unit in the world that flies weather recon routinely. Sometimes, those recon missions bring them into the eye of powerful hurricanes. It's why they've earned the nickname Hurricane Hunters. The Hurricane Hunters track storms as they cross the Atlantic Ocean and enter the Caribbean Sea and Gulf of Mexico. They report to the National Hurricane Center in Miami with critical, life-saving information. On August 24th of 2023, the team flew out to survey Tropical Storm Franklin. The footage they gathered shows us what it's like to fly inside the eye of the storm.
Imagine being on that.
Talk about turbulence, right? These recon planes carry a small crew of 5. A pilot, a co-pilot, a navigator, a weather recon loadmaster, and a flight meteorologist. The pilots are in charge of flight controls, the navigator tracks their position, and the meteorologist acts as a flight director. The loadmaster is in charge of collecting vertical data with a sensor known as a dropsonde. They drop it from the plane, and it measures and encodes weather data as it falls into the ocean.
That's crazy.
Not silent. Bonkers.
Nazaré is a popular beach town in Portugal, famous for big wave surfing.
Surfing, innit?
Waves routinely get as tall as 70 feet thanks to the Nazaré Canyon. It's the biggest underwater canyon in Europe and one of the largest in the world. Knowing this, a Brazilian surfer named Lucas Chumbo paddled into the ocean to surf the legendary waves. Lucas is regarded as one of the best big wave surfers in the world, so he knows exactly how dangerous these massive swells can be. On this occasion, the waves got the best of him. With only moments to act, a jet ski team rushed in to try and save him.
Check that.
These guys on jet skis as well.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Aí. Passa! Não acredito. Estás a filmar isto, Dani? Ganda comando, boy.
Crazy.
What the You see?
I can't believe they made it, man.
That was amazing.
Look, I didn't expect them to be this far out.
This just goes to show the dangers posed by waves of this magnitude. Despite his skills,
Let's go
he
back
was
out.
no
Yeah. Do it
match
again.
for
That's
the
what you do.
waves. Let's not forget the bravery of those operating the jet skis. Just look at how close they come to being consumed by the
He
massive
must have
wall
done
of
that.
water.
Yeah.
It's like something straight out of an action movie. They disappear in the white for a moment. But moments later, they break through safely. The World Surf League called it one of the craziest rescues they'd ever seen. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another one just like it...
I enjoyed that video.
I did. But I've got a question for you though. On that last one, the surfer guy, right? What's your profile picture? You're going down the wave, flipping the wave at the end where you're in the air, or on the back of that jet ski like that?
On the back.
I reckon if you get,
Because they're all cool, aren't
Yeah.
they?
if you get a good photo of like the, what do you call it when like the wave goes over in like
The green room.
The green room,
Yeah.
Inside that.
Yeah. But you've got to have someone surfing with you as well to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that photograph. They are out there, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it may be on a...
I've seen like someone recording someone else taking a photo of someone else in the green room type thing.
But there's some, that's just a mental sport, surfing.
It
I mean,
is.
I don't like going in the sea anyway. So
I'm not a big fan of the beach or the sea or anything.
No, me
like
neither.
that.
Me neither. So you won't never catch me surfing. But,
Imagine you surf.
Oh Jesus, I couldn't catch you. I don't.
Be like Old Spice. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.